Alright guys, this is Doc and yeah, it's Snapshot Day, of course, 19w03a, and yeah, main thing was, aside of a few sounds that got added and so on, yeah, the Composter. Here we go. So this is an alternative way to get bone meal. You can throw all kinds of growable items in there and yeah, at some point bone meal pops out. Quite interesting, but yeah, not really an efficient way to get bone meal. If you check out F3, you can see the composter has a level here on the right side, level 0. Now we got level 1, still level 1, level 2, level 2, level 2, oh, level 3. So you feel it's a bit random, and yes, indeed, there is a chance system tied to the whole thing, and it's, yeah, different items have a different weight. So pretty much the block needs to get to level 7, and when it reaches level 7, yeah, it will compose, then it's level 8, and if you right click again, the item will pop out. You can also use hoppers to pump items in and out. So place a hopper on top to get items in, top or below to get items out, and it will kind of automatically process stuff for you. But now comes the catch. There is different weights to items. For example, all kinds of leaves have a 10% chance to increase that level by 1. Then there's other categories with 20%, which would, for example, be wheat seed or sweet berries, seagrass, pumpkin seed, melons, and similar. And then there's a category with 50%, which are like melons, pumpkins, beetroot, carrots, all kinds of flowers have a 50% chance to increase the level by 1. And mushroom stems, red mushrooms, yeah, these things 50%. And then there's also some very good categories, for example, large ferns, hay bales, bread, and baked potato have an 80% chance to increase the level by 1. And 100% chance are 3 items, that is cookie, cake, and pumpkin pie. Yeah, so let's test this. Let's take a cake, right? And if I put a cake in there, now we have level 0, and every time I put a cake in, the level should rise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And bone meal time. So yeah, that's the thing. So is this useful? Hard to tell, honestly, because yeah, it might be useful for people that play in, let's say, peaceful mode or so. But yeah, for players playing in survival, I mean, there is plenty of better ways to get bone meal, right? And yeah, every simple skeleton farm also. So it might be something you could use to some degree, maybe with a flower farm or something like that. Or maybe if you have a gigantic, let's say, cactus farm, right? And then you throw the cacti in. So, or kelp maybe, but as I said, with cactus and kelp you only get or sugarcane, you only get a 20% chance for this thing to jump up a level. So, you know, it's gonna be really expensive. Yeah, I don't know. It is an alternative way to get bone meal, but not really useful. On the other hand, they also reworked the texture of the campfires now. The campfires look, yeah, definitely better. Before I didn't really like the design, and now yeah, they look like that. Let's extinguish it real quick to check it out. Alright, I need another bucket here, empty one, to grab the water source back. Come here. So this is how it looks, and it's as tall as a half slab now. It was a bit yeah, thinner before, but now looks like that, and definitely huge step forward here with the design. And yeah, of course I showed you one of these little setups last week where you could kind of store smoke, right, and completely block it off. And one of my viewers, Jan, on Twitter said, Doc, I made a cool little setup because you mentioned you can probably use this to make actual readable text. And yeah, yes indeed, he made a little SOS sign here. So let's check it out. I really like that. So I asked him if he could give me the world download. So thanks, Jan, for sending it over. But look at it, SOS. Isn't that cool? And it keeps on loading. Oh, of course, it's not like super perfect, but it's very well readable, isn't it? So yeah, it's clearly SOS, smoke signals. And of course, you know, with similar designs, you could maybe try to create Morse code and yeah, all kinds of other texts that should be fairly well readable from a large distance. Yeah, this is a crude design when we need to shut it off in the right moment, so all trapdoors are actually closed. And what he used there is a like a feed tape here, right? A piston tape, and he has cauldrons that are filled and yeah, other blocks, so you could have different signal strengths in there, and whenever the tape rotates and powers these comparators, different trapdoors open at different times and let out smoke particles, and this way he was able to program in the SOS. And I think that is a neat little design and was definitely worth showing off to you guys. And yeah, I sure do like it. Help! We need something like that for the Civil War and Hermitcraft, right? So yeah, anyways, that was the snapshot. You know, other people do snapshot videos too, looking into details, but I'm always trying to focus on the elements that seem to be most interesting to me. And yeah, definitely is this composter here. But yeah, as I said, nice little quirky thing for survival players, probably not super useful if you're not playing friendly, right? So anyways, thanks for watching. I see you in the next one, right? Bye guys!